Jason Stewart here, Epic Fighting CEO and founder, and I'm here with epic fighter Chace Eskam, who just started MMA 2.5 years ago and is already 3-0. But you have a lot of wrestling experience. Let's talk about that.
A lot of wrestling experience. Started when I was 15, freshman year of high school. That's when I started wrestling and fell in love with it. Thought I was only going to be a football player. I thought I was just, going to be football only, but I started hanging out with the wrestlers. And I really liked wrestling, and then I went on to university and wrestled at Arizona State.
Okay, so we're talking college level wrestling. If you guys don't know, like, high school wrestling is hard, but college wrestling is like high school, anyone can join the team. If you don't quit, you're on the team. But college is a lot harder to make the team. So I always have respect for anyone that wrestles college. So you do the college wrestling, and then at what point do you transition into the MMA?
So I, after college, I stopped training and, just didn't have any competitive outlet. And I think that impacted my quality of life. I think I'm a happier person when I'm competing and when I'm doing something, but I just didn't have anything to do after wrestling. With wrestlers, you either go to the Olympics or there's not really anything else you can do.
There's like no pro level wrestling really in a sense. Like, I see that happen a lot, even with my teammates from wrestling. There's a lot of people that kind of lost their identity after high school or college when they were done wrestling. And not all of them were college guys. Like, not all of them were looking to go to college. So it was just like, what now? Then they still talk about wrestling. You know what I mean? So luckily you got that outlet, because MMA wasn't really a popular thing when I got out of high school. But when you, in your age, you got to transition into the MMA. Now, when you said you'd only been training for a couple of years, I was like, it's kind of a short period to do some of these high level fights, but your wrestling base was there. Plus you got some amazing coaches where you're probably learning more in 2 months than some people learn in 6 to 8. So what's your fast track like now with your striking? Do you see yourself wanting to keep the fights on the feet more? Or are you still a ground and pounder?
I want to be a knockout guy. I want to be a knockout guy. So that's what I'm training to do. I'm working a lot on my hands. I'm still, trying to stay true to my wrestling base and train wrestling and keep my defense strong, my defense and my offense good on wrestling. But I want to KO some guys. I want to knock some people out. And, I'm learning some good Muay Thai at Coastal Combat. I feel like I'm on the fast track there, learning my hands. And, so yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to get the knockout.
So you grew up in Carlsbad, which is North San Diego right here. And tell us a little bit about, so you said you played football. Was that like what you played since you were a kid? What was your childhood like?
Childhood was, I grew up out in Oceanside, Carlsbad, and I actually was homeschooled a lot all the way until I was in throughout middle school. So when I got to high school, I was really eager to play sports. I think because, in middle school, I went to it was a charter school. It was like half homeschool, half, go to class school, but there was no sports. So I was like really eager to play. I was like fat and I didn't it wasn't athletic or whatever. So I was just like, I just can't wait to get to high school and play sports. So I started off playing football like that. And then, the wrestlers were like, hey, come out for wrestling. I'm like, no, I football is fun. I just want to, train for next season for football. And wrestling doesn't look all that fun to me. And, but, they kept after me like, oh no, you got to go join the wrestling team or whatever. And at least try it. So I tried it. And, then I fell in love with it. After a week or two of doing it, I really liked it. And that kind of became my main sport and my main passion was wrestling.
So what kind of a kid were you? You said that you weren't that active. So I look at you now and I picture you as this like hyper, wanting to roughhouse all the time. What were you like as a kid? Is that something that took over when you were older and you started playing sports?
Yeah.
Or were you always like that?
Well, playing sports was I've always been that way. And then sports was just a good way of channeling that in a productive way. So I probably when I was younger or whatever, I probably got into more trouble, was just probably, doing pranks, just being, just kind of a, probably not the easiest kid to watch or probably misbehaving. Nothing really that bad. But I think once I got into sports, I had an outlet and, I was able to do more productive things with that energy.
I can relate to that energy. I have a son like that. So anything else you want to tell your fans about your upcoming fight, about you, anything that's relatable that they could, to get to know the real Chace?
Tune in and I'm coming for the epic belt. That's what I want. And just stay tuned because this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come, and might as well become a fan before it's cool, before everyone else does. So
join a fan. Don't go jumping on the bandwagon later when he's the champ.
Yeah, get in early.
Why do they call you Baby Brock?
Baby Brock. I don't know. That was Chris Herrera. He was one of our coaches. He's in Texas now, but after one of my fights, I think he came up with the nickname, right? Baby Brock. So, it was Jordan. Jordan came up with Baby Brock. So it stuck. And I guess with the nicknames, you don't have. It's what people give you. You don't pick your nicknames. That's what you get. So at first, I was like, Baby Brock, but I like it. I like it now, Baby Brock.
Baby Brock. Living up to the hype, baby. Come check him out, Epic Fighting. Get your tickets online, epicfighting.com. Follow us on Instagram at Epic Fighting. You got any social media you want to shout out?
Chace Eskam on Instagram. I'm just my name, CHACE, last name Eskam, ESKAM. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook too. I think that's all I got for social media.
Boom. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you.